They say the people you trust most can be the ones who cut you deepest. For me, that person was my wife, Anna. Together, we built what I thought was our dream life. A beautiful suburban home in California, white fences, a blooming garden, and rooms filled with laughter from our kids. I worked overtime, saved every penny, and poured my soul into making that house ours. But little did I know Anna had plans of her own. It started with subtle changes. She became distant, always on the phone with her brother Eric. At first I thought it was harmless, siblings staying connected. But the late-night whispers, the locked messages, the sudden trips out of town, they didn't sit right with me. I brushed it off, convincing myself I was overthinking. After all, she was my wife, the woman I'd promised my life to. Then came the bombshell. One Friday evening, I pulled into the driveway after a long week at work. But instead of my kids playing in the yard, I saw strangers unloading boxes from a moving truck. My heart stopped. I rushed inside, only to find my wife sitting casually on the couch. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "The house isn't ours anymore. I sold it to Eric." I thought I misheard. "You what?" My voice cracked. "I transferred the deed," she said coldly. "It belongs to my brother now. You'll figure something out." It was like my world collapsed. The home I worked for, gone, just like that. And the worst part? She had forged my signature using the power of attorney I'd once given her for an old medical emergency. Betrayal doesn't even begin to cover it. But here's what Anna didn't know. I wasn't the fool she thought I was. Weeks earlier, when her behaviour turned suspicious, I quietly started digging. I'd installed cameras in the Home Office, backed up documents, and consulted with a lawyer friend. Every shady email, every forged signature, every fraudulent transfer, I had it all. The next morning, Eric strutted into the driveway with a glass of champagne in hand, already celebrating his new property. His parents tagged along, smug and arrogant, like they had just won the lottery. Anna followed behind them, dressed like she was attending a victory party. They truly believed I had lost everything. But then the doorbell rang. A convoy of black SUVs pulled up. Out stepped state investigators and police officers. Eric, last name. Anna, last name. "You're under investigation for property fraud, document forgery, and financial conspiracy." Their smug smiles vanished instantly. The agent stormed in, slapping seizure notices on the walls. Eric stammered, "This is a mistake." But the evidence was overwhelming. The cameras I installed had caught Anna forging my signature. The financial transfers between her and Eric were crystal clear. My lawyer had already handed everything to the authorities. Within hours, Eric was in handcuffs. His accounts were frozen, his assets seized. Anna was dragged in for questioning, crying and begging, but it was too late. The betrayal was undeniable and justice was swift. And me? I was given full ownership of my house back. The investigators assured me that the fraudulent sale was null and void. I sat on my porch that evening with my kids beside me, watching the sunset, realizing peace was finally restored. But I didn't stop there. I changed my will, ensuring that if anything ever happened to me, Anna would inherit nothing. Instead, my children would be protected, and my estate would go to a trust that ensures they're safe from manipulation. As for Anna, she tried reaching out later, sobbing over the phone. "I didn't mean for it to go this far," she cried. But I didn't answer. Some betrayals don't deserve forgiveness. She made her choice and she lost everything. So here's the lesson. Never underestimate the quiet ones. We don't always shout, we don't always fight, but when betrayal strikes, we prepare. And when we strike back, it's not with anger, it's with precision. If you loved this story of betrayal and revenge, don't just listen. Subscribe to my channel for more real stories of heartbreak, cunning comebacks, and victories no one sees coming. Because trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. Stay sharp, stay legendary.